Hey YouTube, today we're going to take care of some projects. It's about that time again where it's time to put the bucks in with the does, and I'm talking about goats. So I've got a few things I need to take care of before that. If you've seen the goat barn build, which is basically just an 18 by 20 metal carport, I need to take care of some things in there and get it ready. I want to put a divider down the middle because it sets on the fence line. So I want to put a divider down the middle so that half the goats can come in one side and the other half can come in the other side. We've got two breeder bucks and we have to separate the does accordingly to which ones that they can be with to be bred to. And I want to put a divider down the middle, and I also want to line the interior wall with wood just for a couple of reasons, to add a little more support to keep the goats from headbutting the metal and bending it up from the inside. And also, if I add a wood wall on the inside, it's going to give me somewhere to attach things to, like I can screw up some hay feeders or some free choice mineral feeders, or and that type of thing. So my original thought was I'll just get some OSB and screw it up to the walls, and it's fairly cheap, and just go that route. And I checked with Lowe's, and I wanted to go a lot larger than this, somewhere at least over ½ inch. And I checked on 7/16, and just for 7/16 it's like $25 for a 4x8 sheet, and that stuff has went up unbelievably. So I came across some of these plywood boards a while back, and these are 28 by 28 with a 6-inch hole in the middle. I have no clue what they were used for, but I've got a bunch of them, and my original thought was I would burn them in my water stove, and they were free, so I just decided yeah, I would take them all, is what I told the guy. So I've got about a half a gooseneck trailer load, and there's about 50 per pallet, and I got a ton of them. So what I'm going to do is make me some, these are 28 inches, like I said, square. So I'm going to make 2 sections for each wall, stack them on top of each other like this, and that will be like a 56-inch tall wall, and that's all I need. So the way I'm going to do it, these are almost an inch thick. They're just shy of an inch thick. So what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to take one, lay it down, then take another one and lay it down, butt them together, and then I'll come back and overlap those two pieces. Now I'm going to glue it, and then I'm going to put screws in it, because I didn't have any nails that were short enough. All of my nails are longer than 2 inches. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put some glue on it and run a screw in all 4 corners, and I think that'll work just fine. So we're going to make 4 of these and do both sides of the wall. Then we'll go down and mount them inside of the building. so there's one complete that's 20 foot long and 28 inches tall. So, and it's roughly 2 inches. It's a little shy. It's about a inch and 7/8 thick. So that ought to be substantial for what I'm using it for. Plus, it was free. You know, I got a little glue in it that's getting old, and the glue's starting to cake together. So, you know, the boards is free, just a box of screws. So, I think it's gonna work out pretty good. All right, so we made it down here to the barn, and I got all 4 of my pieces made, and I'm gonna try to slide it off onto these cinder blocks. We'll see. This stuff is pretty heavy. we're back up here at the house, and a couple days ago we got the fence put up and the walls put up, the divider, the cattle panel in the middle of the barn, and I'm getting ready to build the gate. And in our other barn we had this fixed to go on the door. It had a we made a couple channels where we could just slide this right down in the door, and then, you know, just a basic your head gate, and we could just squeeze that together, and then we could work the hooves and stuff. So I would like to be able to reuse this in the new barn, and I'm going to put a gate connected to the cattle panel in the middle of that barn so that we can go back and forth to either side without having to go all the way back around. So I'd like to be able to use this, and I'm going to try to make this fit into the new gate that I'm going to build to go in the new barn. So I've already done some measurements and wrote down the thicknesses I think I need, so we'll get started on building the gate. So we got it built, and this is basically how it's going to work. I'll be able to take this out when I don't need it. Then I'll just drop some boards down in here to keep them from coming through it. Well, guys, that's going to pretty much do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.